Hello, fabulous Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of May 2014, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. As I looked at the sky for you this month where it comes to love, I spoke about in the general horoscopes, right in the middle of the month, there's just such an uplifting full moon taking place, especially for you. In fact, I do think that yours is going to be the sign that is one of the most blessed where it comes to this particular full moon. And given that Jupiter right now is in the part of the sky for you that has to do with expansion, with fertility, a part of the sky that has to do with the feeling that love can bring, the lift that love can bring, how it can make your days and your life feel more joyous and feel more fun. It does look like you have a grasp on what needs to happen in terms of the values you need to share with another person in order to fully realize the best that love can be. But I have to say that this is actually part of an ongoing process because the ruling planet of your opposite sign, and your opposite sign tends to represent the person with whom you are in a committed relationship with. It has to do with the type of love that involves a sense of commitment and partnership as well. The ruling planet of your opposite sign is going to go into shadow. And what that means is next month, the ruling planet of your opposite sign is going to spend most of the month retrograde. And on the 24th of May, will start a path that eventually will be retraced next month. Now, what comes up right around May 24th? You want to sort of circle in your calendar July the 1st, because right around then, you're going to return to some of those issues. But it does look like the likelihood of you having to revisit some issues that come up now in the coming period is especially likely. And given the fact that Mercury is going to retrograde in the same part of the sky that Jupiter is hanging out at, which has to do with just what I mentioned, that feeling of love, it looks like what that feeling is going to be up for consideration. What that actually entails is going to be up for consideration. And what is joyous and fun for you might not necessarily be to the other person. So how do you two find that meeting ground so that you can experience greater joy together and yet not have it be that you're compromising something that is essential or something that really matters to you? I'm also seeing the likelihood of this playing out in terms of discussing and coming to an understanding of what role children are going to play in your bond. So if you're in an established relationship, one likely way that this is going to play out is where you are right now where it comes to children and what you want in the future, what your roles are going to be as well where it comes to children. All of that is sort of up for consideration, but keep in mind there's going to be some experimentation happening with that next month as well as you try to figure out just what it is that you want to do in regards to children and that role. That's the most likely way this is going to manifest. But there's also an element here of you, two of you, wanting to spend quality time, quote unquote, time of joy, time of fun, time of romance together. And how is that actually going to fit into your lives? So that seems to be a theme that is going to come up for you now and into the future as well. There is a commitment to that, which happens now, and the start seems to be good, but I'm just giving you a little bit of context that it does look like it's part of an ongoing conversation that is going to take a little bit while to really find its resolution or find an answer that's going to be there for a little while longer. Those of you who have somebody in your sphere, I think that there is going to be an element here of you finding that perfect balance of having that love there and having that feeling of love there and actually having this person be a part of the bigger vision that you see for your life and how they fit in. There's also an element here of you having to, it's almost as if what I'm seeing is that in some way this person thinks really differently than you, might even be from a different culture than you. And so how are you going to, it's not about balance because ultimately this is a very harmonious conversation taking place. It's more about how are you going to let that inform you and lift you and thrill you? How are you going to take that on, that difference on with a sense of adventure and allow it to help you learn more about yourself and allow it to help shift your goals as to what an adventure could be? And those of you who are not, who are open and not necessarily attached or have somebody in your sphere, the chances of you actually having flirtations that shift some of your belief structures and shift your understanding of your place in the world is very likely now. And I do think that it is flirtations that may end up actually like exposing you to other ways of seeing the world, or maybe even inspiring you to travel more of the world, may awaken a sense of interest in another culture, another way, another philosophical school of study, another religion even. And all of this is a part of you coming to understand your connection more deeply to everyone and everything, and helping you to understand your changing values in light of how you've been changing as well. One thing is for sure, though, there is a connection this month between your sense of wanting to experience love and having a certain responsibility to do so wisely and to do so in a way that actually allows you to expand and know yourself as more. And that really is when love is at its absolute best. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Be fabulous and enjoy.